Hello viewers, friends, and subscribers, it's AG, and today we review Rango for Nintendo Wii. Is it worth your time? Trust me, I'll let you know. Rango is based on the movie of the same name starring Johnny Depp. However, Johnny Depp doesn't voice the character in the game, but it doesn't matter because the voice actor of the game does a pretty good job being Rango and telling his lavish stories. Now, initially, I didn't want to play this game until I saw the movie first. So I saw the movie and played the game and noticed that the game really has nothing to do with the movie, storyline-wise. Rango, the video game, it's its own little tale, as Rango is already in his saloon in the Old West, hanging out with his friends and telling these lavish stories. And each story that he tells is an adventure you play in the game. The game is split into two sections, platforming and shootouts. In the platforming areas, you take Rango from place to place, jumping over obstacles and collecting coins, that sort of thing. Basic platforming fare, right? Now, Rango has this punch attack you can use, yet in the platforming areas, there aren't really any enemies. Actually, there aren't enemies at all. So what do you need a punch attack for? Well, the punch attack is just to destroy barrels and crates and boxes which contain coins. Now, what do the coins do? Well, they're just there for a high score, if you want to get a high score in each stage. They don't refill your energy, or they don't give you any extra lives. You just collect as many as possible so you can have the high score of the stage. So when you beat the game, you can always go back to each stage again and try to beat your previous score. Now, Rango himself has this double jump, which I had some problems with, and I think it's because of the control. You can't press A quickly. You have to press A and time it and press A again. Because if you press A quickly, Rango doesn't do that second jump. You'll jump, and then if you try to jump a second time, you'll just fall off a cliff. I've died plenty of times because of this. So the other section of the game are the shootouts, and these are the most fun of the whole game because you get to use their Wii remote as a gun and shoot some bad guys. Now, Rango gets 6 shots before he has to reload, so you shoot with the Wii remote and reload with the nunchuck. So there's bad guys on mountaintops and coming at you and punching you in the face while you're trying to shoot down this door so you can get to the next area. It's actually pretty fun, and you know, I was just having fun just shooting bad guys, you know, doing that kind of thing. But, you know, all these are very similar, and they get kind of boring as the game goes on, and they actually get a little harder. But even though they get harder, you have infinite lives. So if you're like dying like I was multiple times jumping off cliffs because Rango doesn't know how to double jump right, well, you have infinite lives, you keep coming back, it doesn't matter. So there's no real fear of dying in this game at all. So it's no big problem. And also, when you kill these bad guys in these shootout areas, they drop these special coins which refill your energy meter. So you could be shooting all day long and, well, your energy will be refilled. There's also a way for Rango to hide behind the box, so if he's getting shot at, you know, he won't get hit. But there was really no sense in me doing that because I kept getting these power-ups. Also, if you kill enemies, they drop these other power-ups which turn your gun to like a shotgun and give you infinite ammo. So it makes the game a little too easy when it could have been really challenging. There's also areas where you have to shoot down a door with a machine gun. It's kind of like a machine where you're sitting down, and it's like a turret gun pretty much, and you're trying to shoot a door down while enemies are trying to kill you. And these levels become the hardest because you get hit by dynamite, like bad guys are throwing dynamite and bombs are flying at you, and there's not really a way to destroy everything at once. So there's like no real strategy to this whole section of the game because baddies will be shooting from this angle and that angle and down there, and you really can't dodge everything. So you will take damage, you will get hit, but again, you won't really start dying from these stages until later in the game. Now, the game's story is up in the air because it's all over the place. Pretty much it's just Rango telling these stories how he saved Beans, his father, and Beans is his love interest in the movie and in the game. So I don't know if these stories were real or fake, but it didn't really matter because towards the end, it totally abandoned the Western motif, and then Rango was like in the spaceship and he was in a video game. It was just totally random. Like, wow, they're really taking this game in another direction. Totally has nothing to do with the movie, so don't worry about it spoiling it. As for the graphics, the cutscenes look really good. The animations look real smooth. Not as good as the movie, of course, like not by a long shot, but the animations look really good. And as for the in-game graphics, They're a bit dated, kind of blurry, but the animations of the characters are pretty smooth, and it works. I coasted through this game under 3 hours, but I can honestly say I had fun with it. I don't see why a younger audience wouldn't like to take Rango for a spin over a weekend with a rental, especially if they saw the movie. So my question for you guys today is this: do you guys like movie licensed games? Why or why not? Just let me know in the comments and I'll make sure to respond to your answer. And as far as this movie licensed game go, Rango is simplistic yet fun. I say give it a rental. Why not?